This is page 111 in your math journal. We're going to call this one box plots. Sometimes what we're doing are called box and whisker plots, but they both mean the same thing. Okay? A box plot is another way to show data. So we're going to draw what a basic dot plot looks like. So first of all, I need you to skip 2 lines and I want you to draw a simple number line. We're going to start here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, we're going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Okay. On a box and whisker plot, we have a bunch of pieces. So I would like you to have a marker or a colored pencil or something else handy. Okay? So when you are making a box plot, this one right here, we're just going to make a dot and another dot right here. I'm going to make those orange. Okay, so the orange ones are your minimum and your maximum. So obviously the lower one's your minimum, the higher one's your maximum. Okay? Now, there's going to be 3 lines in the middle that make a box. That's where we get the box plot. Okay? This one is going to be quartile 1, or your lower quartile. This one right here is going to be the median. And this one right here is going to be quartile 3. We've already learned how to find these numbers. Now you're just going to look at how to graph them to make logic sense of the numbers. Okay? So one other thing though is sometimes when you have an outlier, remember an extreme value either way bigger or way smaller. If there's an outlier, we use a little star. And the star is going to represent your outlier. Now with that, quartiles mean that they're split into quarters. So what you've done here is you're showing this space right here, any number in this space, is 25% of your data. Well, so is anything in this space between quartile 1 and quartile 2. That's another 25%. Between the median and quartile 3, that's another 25% of your data. And between quartile 3 and the maximum, that's the last 25% of your data. So what you're saying is 1/4 of the numbers are here, 1/4 of the numbers are between here, here, and here. So why would we do this? Sometimes it's helpful to see how spread out data is. Okay, so first of all, we're going to practice making a box plot. So let's say we have this data, and I'm going to already put it in least to greatest just so we save space. Okay, so let's say this is the data you have. 17, 17, 18, 21, 21, 23, 22, 23, 23, 25, 28, 29, 46. Okay, if that's your data, we're going to find the mean, median, mode, or sorry, we're going to find the median first, the maximum, the minimum, the upper quartile and the lower quartile, and any outliers. First of all, if we have any outliers, we're going to kind of roll them out. So I want you to circle them and write outlier next to it. 46 is our outlier. So because of that, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to do it with the rest of these numbers though. Okay, so now I'm going to find the median of these numbers. So the median here would be this 23. So the median is 23. Okay, the minimum, the lowest number we have, is 17. The max, not including the outlier, would be 29. Now right here, let's write outlier 46. The reason we take note of the outlier is because it is so different that we don't want to think that we have a bunch of numbers between 29 and 46 on the graph. You know what, I think I did this a little wrong. Sorry, we need to find the median with the outlier in it. So with that, it would have been these two. That would put the median right here, which is still 23, so we're still okay. But it's shared between those two. Add them up, divide by 2, we still get 23. So median is still 23. Now, based on that, I need to find the median of the lower half, which is quartile 1, or the lower quartile. And that would be 23, be between 18 and 21. So between 18 and 21, I'm going to add those together, divide by 2 to find it. 18 plus 21 equals 39, and 39 divided by 2 would be 19.5. So quartile 1 would be at 19.5. Quartile 3, looking at these numbers, halfway between these ones, so go to the middle. Looks like 25 and 28 share that spot, so I'm going to add 25 plus 28. That's going to give me 53. Divide that by 2, and I get 26.5. So halfway right here between that would be 26.5. So this is nothing new to you. You've already know how to do all of this stuff. It's just going to be creating the box plot that's going to be a little different. So we need to have a number line that goes all the way from our lowest value to our highest value. Now here you don't have to number by ones. I think it's going to be easy for me to, if I start at 15 and go by 5s up to 50, that will meet all of my needs. So skip about 3 lines and let's make a number line. And I'm going to go from 15, I'm going to go by 5, so the next one will make 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, we can go to 55, but okay. Now we just need to put those 5 points. So median at 23. So 23 would be, and here we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just don't have to write all the numbers in there. But this way we can be a bit more accurate. Okay, so we want to find 23. I'm just going to put a dot at 23 for now. Minimum's at 17, so a dot at 17. My maximum, 29, not including the outlier, so 29. 46, I'm going to put a star because that was way out of line. Maybe these were the different ages that people went into the military. Well, except for you can't go until you're 18, but something like that. This person is just way old, or this is just way big compared to everything else. That's all this is saying. Okay, now we need to put in our quartile 1, which would be a 19.5. So I'm going to put about halfway between 19 and 20. And my upper quartile, or quartile 3, which would be at 26.5, so halfway between 25 and 26. Now the box are the middle 3, so I'm going to create a box. And then draw lines connecting those. There's my box and my whiskers. These are considered the whiskers. But you can see how far apart that is. You just created a box and whisker plot. Not hard, however, just different. Now we're going to talk about comparing box and whisker plots. Okay, so I want you to write comparing box and whisker plots. Oh, well, sorry, we'll just call box plots. Okay, we're going to draw 2 different box plots. Okay, skip about 2 lines, make a number line. We're going to number this by 5 starting at 20. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, I want you to put the smallest dot around 22, the highest dot at 45, put a line at 40, put a line at 25, and another line at 30. Create a box out of those middle lines and connect those dots. Okay, we're going to give this one a title. We're going to call this one savings accounts. So we have a title. So here we're comparing savings account. And this has to have, when we're doing data, you want to have titles if you know what it is. So savings account, and what is this? This is dollars. Okay, we're going to make another one. This is going to be checking accounts. Okay, let's make a number line right about here. We're going to number this one by tens. This is where you're going to have to watch. You just can't look at them. You have to make sure you're reading the numbers. So we're going to go from 10, 20, 30, try and make them even, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80. Okay, checking accounts. I want you to put a dot right here below 10. A line up here at 40. A line about 35. A line about 50. And a dot at 55. And then I want a star up here just before 80, showing that there's quite a span there. Actually, technically that. Okay, so here, because I know some of you aren't listening, I'm not writing a bunch of questions. I'm going to be asking them. So turn on your sound. I know some of you aren't listening. Okay, turn on your sound, listen to my questions. Now when we're comparing these, you first have to look. Notice this is by tens, this is by fives. We still are need to be reading the graphs carefully. So if I asked you which one had the higher median, look at your median. This one's at 30. This one's at 40. So the higher median, the checking accounts has the higher median. If I asked you which one had 75% of the money, $40 or less. 75%, that means 3 of these sections need to be $40 or less. That would be the savings accounts. If I asked you which one had more data, $40 and above. What we do know is that this only has 25% of its data, 40 and above. This one right here has 50% of its data, 40 and above. Let's see, what's another question we might ask. Which data is spread out more? Well, this one is only spread from 22 to 45. This one spreads from about 8 up to 80. So this one has the higher range, even if you want to look here. Which one, the middle 50% are closer together? This is from about 35 to 50, so there's about $15 in here. 25 to 40, that's about $15 as well. They're actually spread about the same. Those are just different kinds of things that you might use to compare these types of things. So I wanted you to hear them. I didn't want to make you write them all out. But that's how you use a box and whisker plot.